Here's a wild story for you. I used to live in Box Canyon, California, where psychopathic serial killer Charles Manson used to hang out with his Manson family. Now, he was there some 30 years before I lived in the canyon, but I rented this place just deep back in the woods that was built onto the mountain. Literally, a huge wall in the home was just rock from the side of the mountain. And I recorded an album there called Songs from Box Canyon you can listen to online. But Charles Manson believed that the Beatles songs had coded messages in them specifically to him. Some pretty wild stuff. But in this video, I want to share with you 3 wild blues guitar licks from Helter Skelter. Now, Paul McCartney played these licks, and he uses a lot of string bending and vibrato. And this is something that I love to do in my rock playing and my blues playing and my slow blues playing as well. So this will give you an idea of how you can do it. The first lick starts like this. 1, 2. All right, so we start out on the notes E and B on the 5th fret of the 2nd string and the 7th fret of the 1st string. Now, this is actually an E power chord. It's like doing this. Okay, and the band is actually on E. Okay, and then you got this just cool little double stop, just playing those 2 notes. Now it comes in on beat 3, you go 3E and just a little syncopated rhythm. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Okay, then we go up to the 15th fret on the 1st string. You do a bend. Okay, that's a whole step bend. G going up to A, and then as it goes up, then you get off and you rest. So it's 1, and it's pretty quick. It's like, just hit the bend and then get off it. Then you rest there, so it's 1, 2, 3, and a 4E. And then on the E of 4, you bend it again, and then you come down to natural, okay? So that's the note G, bending up, and then G natural. G bending up to A, so you get this like, that sound basically there. So 15 bend up, 15 natural. And then I add a little vibrato, okay? And you know, on the recording, he just kind of gets off, but if you're letting it ring, then it's nice to add a little vibrato. If you just get off, you don't have to have vibrato. Like, if you just want to end the note, then you wouldn't use vibrato. But putting these together, we're gonna go 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and, okay? So that's the first lick. Let's try it with a little bit of rhythm. Here we go. 1, 2. Add the vibrato. All right, now these notes are coming right out of something called the blues scale in the key of E. Now, if you're not familiar with how to play this anywhere on the fretboard, then go to johnmclennan.com/blues-scales and grab my free blues scale PDF guide. This is going to show you the 5 easiest and fastest ways to play this anywhere on the fretboard, so you can start coming up with licks and solos just like you hear in this song. Now, it's completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/blues-scales and grab that now as my gift to you. Now, the next lick, after we bend this 15th fret, we actually come up to the 15th fret on the 2nd string. And we have this kind of up and down bend. Okay, that's going up, bringing it down, pushing it back up again, and then bringing it back down, all with one pluck there of the picking hand. Then you jump to the 12th fret on the 3rd string. I'm using my index finger there. You push it up, whole step bend, and bring it down. Then you play the 14th fret on the 4th string, and I'm using my middle finger there. So you've got this move here. Then you bend the 16th fret on the 3rd string. So again, a real floaty kind of sound. I love that there. And that note is bending into the C sharp, which is what the band's going to. The band's going to A right after this lick. So that's the 2nd lick. And it starts on beat 3. So 1E and a 2E and a... So you got a little syncopation there. 1E and a 2E and a... And then you bend up and then you rest, okay? All right, so here it is with a little rhythm. Now we're gonna start on beat 3. So I'll give you 2 counts and then we're in. Here we go. 1, 2. All right, this 3rd lick really lands the plane. Now we're gonna steal some ideas from the previous lick. Remember where we had this? Kind of that up and down motion. We're now gonna do the same thing on the 12th fret of the 3rd string. The hard thing is though, is you gotta do it with the index. And then you jump up to the 15th fret on the 2nd string, bend it up, bring it down. Then 12 on the 3rd string, 14 on the 4th string. So 1E and a 2E and a... Starts on beat 3. 1E and a 2E and a... Here it is with a little rhythm. Again, we're gonna start on beat 3. 1, 2. All right, now I'm gonna put all 3 of these licks together back to back so you can hear what they sound like. And this is what you wanna do. You wanna practice experimenting with the licks, doing the bends, and this is gonna help you internalize this style and get great at soloing. So here's what it sounds like all together. Now remember, we're gonna start on beat 3. 1, 2. Practice those solos, and if you want to learn to rip like this anywhere on the fretboard a lot faster, then go to johnmclennan.com/bluescales and get your hands on my free blues scale PDF guide. All of these notes that we're soloing with here come out of the blues scales, and so once you can see these patterns on the fretboard, then you can go anywhere and you can start making up your own riffs and really beginning to flow. This is completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/bluescales. Grab that now as my gift to you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might like this one next.